Hi, my name is Audrey Graves, and I chose earthquakes as my event to research. This earthquake that I'm going to speak on today happened February 13th, one day before Valentine's Day, at 11:08 p.m. is when the tremor started. It happened, as far as coordinates go, the epicenter was at 38 degrees north and 142 degrees east. This is at Fukushima, off the coast of Fukushima, Japan. This is also near a fault line. We have two boundaries going at it, converging. The Pacific plate is going underneath the Okhotsk plate, OKHOTSK plate. And they have a history of earthquakes in this area because of the fault zone that's named. Oh, I don't want to butcher this one too. Unodake fault. And it's a normal fault zone as well. So the melting's happening deep down underneath the earth and it's eating this plate. And we got to have the energy go somewhere. So this, coming up through ways of earthquakes. This is two land masses just colliding into each other and, causing a lot of devastation as well. This earthquake happened 1 month shy of a major earthquake that was registered 8.9 on the scale, and that has been described as a aftershock. The one that happened on February 13th as an aftershock as the one that happened in 2011. It was a very historical event. It knocked out or messed up three nuclear power plants where the reactors were melting, and then you had this tsunami, and it was just a very, very big reason for concern. They evacuated 164,000. Unfortunately, they also lost 16,000 people due to this earthquake. So there's good reason to say that this one that happened on February 13th is an aftershock of that one, as the residents were terrified. It was not a major earthquake. It did shake as far as north as Hokkaido and to the Chugoku region in West Japan for 30 seconds. The epicenter was roughly 37 miles across and 34 miles deep. The magnitude was 7.3 on the MMS scale, and they said they felt 6 plus on land. About 950,000 people were without power, but they had it back on the next day, mid-afternoon. Also, they had a little bit of leakage around the power plants, two different places. Some pools that store spent nuclear power pods, or rods, excuse me. The water splashed up on the pool deck, and they said it was about 2 liters worth. And then there was some tanks. There's about 1,000 of these tanks across the land. They hold contaminated water, effluent, and they flanged at the bottom through little pencil cracks, and they lost about a coffee cup's worth. So there was no more reason to have any concern there. So they lifted that ban as well, or that alert, excuse me, at around mid-afternoon. About 100 people were injured, and they did have several people that they did have to evacuate during this earthquake, as they had a major landslide. So it was boulders, best I could tell, that cascaded across the roads. It took a big chunk out, so we have a new fault there, a crack, or yeah, we have a new fault. There was a little landslide that happened. So, but the trains was the main thing I think that's going to affect them and their transportation and get back to daily life at this time, because it was going to take them down for I think 10 days, and it was due to the shaking, raising and cracking the concrete that was underneath the train tracks. So they're up off the ground, and they're just going to have to get them bolted back into place, and they said they're going to have everything up and running within 10 days. This also happened during a time where Tokyo and 9 other major prefectures are already under an emergency state with trying to contain the coronavirus. So just a lot of scary stuff going on. Prime Minister Sugar said that, this was, he was thankful that this wasn't a major earthquake, and he was very thankful to their research team